On a recent trip to my local Dollar Tree, I found all of these crafting tools. Some I have used before, but some I have never used, and I always just skipped right through them. Today, I'm going to show you 10 crafting tools that you can find at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. This rotary cutter I have never used. I've seen it before, but I've never used. I have my own that I use, name brand, but I wanted to give this one a try because why not? There are detailed instructions in the back, but I did not read them well, and you'll see here in a minute. All right, so first thing is to remove all the plastic, and I can already tell that it has a protected shield right around the blade, which is great for safety. And then it has this part here that you just pull up, and the blade's supposed to show up. Well, at first I'm pushing and it's not working, and then I thought I broke it. I should have read the instructions. Anyways, I placed it back in a panic mode, and I grabbed the instructions from the garbage, and now I read, yes, you're supposed to remove that part. It's a safety clip. All right, now that we are set, we're just going to pull it down and then reveal the blade. Of course, be very careful. These are very sharp. It had a little bit of a yellow stain, but no worries, I cleaned it off. And I'm going to show you how to use it on different types of materials. Before I do that, I do want to show you the crafting tool number 2, which is this cutting mat. You probably have seen them. They're a little on the small side, but I wanted to use it because I have used this one before, as a matter of fact. But I want to show you actually what good of a quality it is. It is pretty sturdy, and the thinness, or the thickness, I guess, is pretty comparable to the thickness on my regular mat. Now, my regular mat is better quality, of course, but it's pretty comparable considering it's only $1.25. So I'm going to show you a combination of the rotary cutter as well as the cutting mat. We're going to start with this piece of towel. This is just a kitchen towel from Dollar Tree, and it cut right through. No pushing, no effort. It literally worked so good. Then I tried it on construction paper. It worked magically. I stacked all the papers together, and it worked great. Now this is a piece of fabric from the Dollar Tree, and it cut perfectly. So good. And now the last piece I'm going to use is this stock paper. It's actually on the thicker side. I was a little concerned, but it worked so good. It does have a couple of grips, one on each side, and it's great for left-handers as well as right-handers. So, hey, it works for all of us. And it cut right through perfectly. I love this rotary cutter. I actually give it a 5-star because for the price, it's really good. As for the cutting mat, I actually really love this little cutting mat. It's great for smaller projects. And I actually used a brand new blade, and you cannot see any of the cut marks. I give it a 5-star out of 5. For the next crafting tool, I am going to use some of these pliers and wire cutters. You can find these in the crafting aisle year round. And I'm going to start with the wire cutters because I use these all the time. As a matter of fact, the ones you see right there next to it is the ones that I use. These are really heavy duty, and obviously the size is different, but these are actually really good. I like that it has that spring, and it already has the spring where it keeps it open and you just have to press it. Whereas for mine, I actually have to open it. I love the pink tone as well as those grips. It has a nice rubber feel, and it fits in my hand very nicely. It cut right through this flexible wire very good, as well as these stems from these faux flowers from Dollar Tree. It works really good. As far as the pliers, these are like needle nose pliers. I really like them too. They have similar shape as the wire cutters. Of course, they're needle nose. They have a great grip to it. It fits really nicely in the hand. And I like that it also has a tiny little like wire cutter portion for it right there. Now, I tried cutting some wire. It didn't work. Maybe it's to strip wire. I don't know. We'll see. However, having the wire cutters as well as the pliers works really well if you want to travel because these tools are nice and small. I love that you can use them to twist wires or whatever else you want. And you're going to see me use it here in just a little bit. I love these little tools. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 only because they just seem kind of small. And sometimes you need something a little bigger and heavy duty. The next crafting tool is the stencil. You can find these in the crafting aisle, and I love that they have a wheel form to it. I'll explain it here in just a little bit. Another thing that I like is that it has 4 designs in one. So what it is you do not remove the top portion. It is joined in the center, and you just move it around depending on which side you want to use. So depending on what design you want to use for your project, then you just want to twist and turn until you find that. I think that's pretty clever. I do like also that the cardboard around the stencil will help keep the paint on the side that you want it. So I'm going to show you here I'm going to be stenciling with one of my favorite stenciling brushes that I do get on Amazon. I do have it in my Amazon store if you want to check it out. But I'm just going to do a simple stenciling work here just to show you how it works. And so basically it worked really good. I mean, it's a very good quality. It's not the best, thickest quality, but it works well. I turned it and twisted it so you can see how it works. And then we're just going to do the other side. The 4 designs that it has are pretty neat. I wish they had a little bit more options, but overall, I like the way it really looked. I think for this one, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 because it has 4 designs. And although they are small, I think they're great for smaller projects. For the next crafting tool, I'm going to use this embossing tool. I always called it a tracing tool, but that's because I use it for tracing. I always use the ones that I get on Amazon that came with my carbon paper. But let me tell you, this one actually won my heart. I love the grips that I have, and here it is in comparison with what I already had. Of course, they both work just the same, but I love the pink grips. They are nice and cushioned, and it just grips very nicely when you are tracing. Let me show you. I'm going to place carbon paper on top of copy paper, and we're just going to write DIY Beauty on Purpose just so that you can see. It traces really well, comfortable on the fingers. I really want to give this one a 5 out of 5 because I'm actually going to switch and use this one instead of my other one. For the next crafting tool, I am going to use this retractable case. This is meant to be able to store paintbrushes or markers, but I honestly think it could be used for so much more. You can use it for makeup. You can use it for any kitchen tools. I really like it. So basically, it just goes in and out and you just twist it like a cap and it goes right inside each other. Just like that. It has this nice handle. It's actually really good, sturdy design. And so I'm going to place my paintbrushes right inside. And I've placed them in the wrong side. And you're going to see. So if you buy this, just know that you got to place it on the thinner container, the thinner part. Anyways, if you have longer paintbrushes, what's nice is that you can store them all in the same place. And you just stop screwing it in until you reach the top. So it doesn't matter how long your paintbrushes or your pencils or your markers are, or your tools, it'll be there. And it locks nicely and it does not come off. And you can just even carry it just like that. Love this one. I am going to give it a 5-star. I'm going to use it myself, but probably for travel for my makeup. For the next crafting tool, I am going to use some of these clams and tools for jewelry making. I always see them in the crafting aisle. And although I don't make a lot of jewelry, I thought it would be cute to try it. So I bought these two and we're going to assess them and review them together. This one took forever to open. When I say it's like a secure container, it is. So I basically just tore it apart. I just ripped right into it. It does come with a chain, which I thought was really nice and a nice surprise. I didn't see that coming. I'm going to take one of these and we're just going to open them up using the needle pliers. And then we're just going to place it on the one end and then we're going to tighten it. And then we're going to add another small one right there. Now, I don't know what this tiny little thing is. Do you know? It is tiny. We're not going to use that today. I'm going to use another one of those little circle rings and we're just going to place another one on the other side. And that's where we're going to place the clasp where you can then tie it around your neck and secure it in place. And that's how it works. Now, I wanted to add a little charm that I have had for a while and I didn't have a chain to go with. So I'm going to add another one of those little rings and we're just going to place it there. And look how cute this looks. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 just because they're not the best quality, but for the price, I think they're really cute. For the next crafting tool, I'm going to use some resin. I've never used resin, my friends. Never. So this is a 3-part, or actually a 2-part, but I'm going to make it a 3-part because it requires an A and a B to mix together. And then I also got the tint that you can make it colorful. Now in the back, you can read all the instructions. And basically, you just want to mix both A and B with equal parts and then drop in as many drops of the tint as you want. I'm going to use one of these medicine cups because they already come with a little measurement. So I'm just going to add 5 mLs and then 5 mLs of the other one and then 3 drops of the tint. Here's the thing. With the tint, I could not figure it out. It was not coming out, my friends. I opened it up and I was like, what's happening? And the little white thing fell on it and then I had to fish for it. And then I'm like, it's still not coming out. What is going on? So I had to take my little weeding tool and just poke a hole and then it came out. So I guess it's just nice and secure. But anyways, I put 3 little drops and then I'm just going to stir it and mix it. Probably did this for a straight 1 minute. And then we're just going to pour it into a silicone mold. Now I didn't find any at Dollar Tree. I think they do have it at the Dollar Tree Plus, But I had this one at home that I got on Amazon, and I do have it on my Amazon store. And I'm just going to pour it in until it's completely covered. And it says you have 30 minutes of work time. So once you mix it, you have 30 minutes to get it into the mold, set it aside. And I left mine for about 24 hours. And this is the next day right here. And it turned out beautiful. This will be great to add to any projects you have. You can hot glue it to surfaces. You can also drill tiny little holes and turn it into charms for jewelry making, whatever you want. I thought these was adorable. I love the tint, and they have different colors that you can use. How cool is this? Very fun. I'm going to use it again. I definitely give it 5 stars because it was a great experience. I've never used it before, and it was really easy to work with. The next crafting tool is going to be this brush storage unit. I always see these. Now, I don't really need it, but I wanted to try it and see how it worked. Very easy to assemble. Basically, you just remove it from the container and the plastic, and you just want to add the legs on. There come with 3 of them, and then place the top on top. For some reason, because it had that round look, I thought it was going to swivel. It does not. Yes, you can turn it, but I thought it was going to have a swiveling mechanism. So I guess I was just mistaken, but it's okay. Nonetheless, you can fit a lot of brushes. Let me show you. I added a ton, but I think it looks really cool with markers. And let me show you here. I gave it a 4-star out of 5 just because I thought it was going to swivel. But overall, very happy with the way it looks. Great place to store brushes or markers or pencils, whatever you want. So let me know, which one of these are you going to give it a try? Have you tried them before? And if you want to see more videos like this, let me know down in the comments. And I have another video here for you with tons more of Dollar Tree crafting inspiration. Check it out. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.